Have you ever felt like the whole world is conspiring to rob you of your peace? A late call, a hurtful comment, the ingratitude of a loved one, the slowness of a service. Every little annoyance adds up until you feel like you're about to explode. We often think that serenity is a luxury that can only be had in solitude, away from noise and people. But the truth is that tranquility isn't a place, it's a state of mind. It's a power that resides within you. The only question is, do you know how to activate it? Stoicism, the philosophy of the great emperors and sages, offers you 18 unshakable principles, a shield you can build so that nothing will bother you ever again. Welcome to Stoic Power, where every word is designed to remind you that the greatest power lies within you, in your ability to govern your own mind. On this journey, we will explore the 18 fundamental truths that will allow you to walk through life with a calm that others will envy. Not because things don't happen to you, but because you don't let them affect you. This is not a manual for insensitivity. It is a guide to liberation. Marcus Aurelius left us a fundamental message. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Anxiety, anger and resentment are nothing more than destructive thoughts that we allow to inhabit our minds. But why do we let them in? Because we feel justified. We believe we have the right to get angry when someone offends us or when life doesn't go the way we want it to. And it is this belief, this expectation, that the world should be as we planned it, that is the true source of our suffering. Stoicism, however, confronts us with a brutally honest truth. The world owes you nothing, and people with their virtues and flaws are the way they are. Seneca advised us, "The future is uncertain, therefore fear not the future, but the present." Instead of worrying about what might upset us, the Stoics invite us to focus on the only thing we can control, our own response. And to achieve this mastery, we must understand the principles that govern the universe and our own nature. The first fundamental principle is accepting the dichotomy of control. Epictetus taught us that there are things we can control, our actions, our judgments, our thoughts, and things we cannot, the behavior of others, the weather, the past. Most of the time we get angry about things beyond our control. Stoicism invites us to release that energy and focus it on the only thing we can control. Another key principle is the practice of negative visualization. Before something bad happens to you, imagine it. Not to attract misfortune, but to be prepared. Imagine your car breaking down, a family member disappointing you, a plan ruined. When you get upset about these things, it's because they surprise you. But if you've already considered the worst-case scenario, you can face it with serenity. Stoicism isn't a philosophy of apathy. It's a philosophy of preparation. It's like mental training for life. Each of the 18 principles I'll share with you are tools, weapons for your mind, that will allow you not only to endure life's setbacks, but to use them to grow. Every offense, every inconvenience, every disappointment becomes an opportunity to practice patience, resilience, and wisdom. It's a game-changing perspective, a power that once you possess it, nothing and no one can take away from you. Now that we've laid the philosophical foundation, it's time for these principles to cease being mere ideas and become the tools that will forge your serenity. Stoicism isn't a philosophy of contemplation. It's a discipline of action. It's not about reading Seneca, but about acting like him. Next, I'll guide you through a series of practical principles, each designed to dismantle the annoyance before it takes hold. The third principle, and one of the most powerful, is compassion for the ignorance of others. Most of the time, when someone offends you, it's not out of malice, but out of ignorance. They don't know what they're doing. Perhaps they're dealing with their own pain, their own sadness, or they simply don't have the wisdom to act differently. When you understand this, anger dissolves into compassion. The fourth principle is acceptance of human nature. People are imperfect, and that's part of their nature. Expecting someone to always be perfect is like getting angry at a river because it flows. You can't change its nature. Instead of getting angry, practice acceptance. The fifth is the practice of deferring anger. When you feel yourself getting angry, don't act immediately. Pause. Breathe deeply. Seneca advised us to postpone reacting so the emotion can cool. In those seconds or minutes of calm, reason regains control and the need to get angry fades. If this message resonates with you, don't forget to subscribe to Stoic Power, because here we don't just reflect, we transform. The sixth principle is the exercise of visualization from the perspective of death. Imagine that the person who bothers you has just died. Would you still be angry with them? Probably not. Death gives us a brutally honest perspective on what really matters. Practicing this exercise helps you release resentment and forgive. The seventh is the distinction between fact and judgment. Someone yells at you, fact. You get angry because you believe they have no right to yell at me. Judgment. Anger doesn't come from yelling, but from the judgment you make about it. By separating the two, you can choose not to get upset. The eighth principle is to remember the impermanence of everything. Offenses, inconveniences, losses, everything passes. The only permanent thing is change. When you hold on to a moment of anger, you remain trapped in the past. Let go and allow the moment to pass. The ninth is the practice of self-sufficiency. Your peace depends on no one but you. Tranquility is not a gift others give you. It's an internal project. Focus on your own garden, not on others. The 10th is the use of the maxim of benevolence. Assume the other person has good intentions, even if their action seems negative. Often, intentions are complex. Giving the benefit of the doubt prevents you from falling into anger. The 11th is the practice of humility. You are not the center of the universe. The world does not revolve around you. Remembering your smallness in the face of the immensity of the cosmos helps you put your problems into perspective. The 12th is the exercise of reorienting your attention. When something bothers you, redirect your attention to something you can control. Your job, a hobby, your health. It's not about ignoring the problem. It's about choosing where you put your energy. The 13th is the acceptance of fate. Accept what you cannot change. Don't fight the universe. Serenity is the acceptance that there are forces greater than yourself. The 14th is reflection on your own past. Think about the times you have upset others, about your own mistakes. This generates empathy and reminds you that we are all in the same boat of imperfection. The 15th is the practice of gratitude. Be grateful for what you have instead of getting angry about what you don't have. Anger over lack dissolves into gratitude for abundance. The 16th is the use of humor. Humor is the quickest antidote to anger. Don't take yourself so seriously. Humor allows you to see the situation from a different perspective, releasing tension. The 17th is the practice of silence as a response. You don't always have to respond. Sometimes the most powerful response is silence. A silence that says, your opinion has no power over my peace. And the 18th principle is the most important, consistent practice. Serenity is not a destination, it's a journey. Every time you apply these principles, you strengthen your mind and build the unbreakable person you are destined to be. We have traveled a powerful path, exploring 18 principles that are more than just ideas. They are a shield for your soul. They have given you the tools to understand that annoyance is not something that happens to you, but something you choose. Serenity is not found in a world without chaos, but in a mind that is undisturbed by it. Think of all the times a small inconvenience has robbed you of an entire day of peace. Think of the energy you've wasted getting angry at people or circumstances. Stoicism offers you an outlet, an opportunity to reclaim that energy and use it to build the life you desire. Old age has given us the perspective that life is a breath away. Isn't it time to free ourselves from the chains of anger and resentment? True power lies not in controlling others, but in controlling yourself. The 18 principles we've explored teach you how to do just that. Every time you apply one of them, you're not just choosing calm, You're building a version of yourself that is unbreakable. Someone who doesn't react to adversity, but responds with wisdom. Someone who isn't bothered by the imperfections of others, but accepts them with compassion. Stoic serenity is not apathy. It is the power to choose your state of mind, regardless of external circumstances. It is the greatest freedom you can obtain. The secret is not to never get upset, but to understand that you're upset.